up, everyone? So I am doing your monthly forecast a little bit different this month. I'm off camera because I've been under the weather for a while, and actually these videos are extremely late, which I apologize for, but I had some Mercury retrograde technical difficulties, of course. Mercury retrograde is in my third house of communication and electronic devices, so when I recorded these videos previously, they recorded it with no audio, so I had to go back and redo everything. So once again, I apologize for the delay in these, and once again, don't forget to look at the videos for every sign of yours, your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. And also, I'm still having a sale through the end of December on all of my readings. Go to my website, which is indigomoon.astrology.com, and there's also a link below to that website, and there should be one on the little I button up above as well, to where you can go order a discounted reading. That's only a temporary discounted price, like I said, through the end of December. And in January, my rates will go up, so take advantage of that sale now, especially if you would like to buy a gift for a loved one, the gift of a reading of their astrology chart. It makes an excellent gift. And also, if you would like a 2017 personal forecast for yourself, those are selling right now too, as well as a 6-month forecast for the first 6 months of 2017. So once again, go to my website, indigomoon.astrology.com, and stay tuned for your December 2016 forecast. Hi Aquarius, so this is my board. It's back again, but this time I have better lighting and a better camera to show you guys what's going on this month as far as your horoscope. I do apologize for the delay in these. I did record some videos and then they ended up having no sound, no audio, so nobody could hear anything. So here I am re-recording everything. And I am a little bit under the weather, so excuse my voice and sniffling and whatnot. But anyway, let's get through this. Let's see what's going on for Aquarius this month. It's a pretty interesting month for you guys. We start out with Mercury moving into Capricorn on the 3rd. And Mercury rules communication. It rules our logical thinking, our thinking processes, how we text, type, write, email, all that good stuff. So Mercury entered Capricorn and then entered into its shadow period. That means it is preparing to go retrograde, and that means it is slowing down and getting ready to come to a standstill and then go completely retrograde on the 19th. So everything you hear about Mercury retrograde, the do's and don'ts, how to prepare, how to navigate through Mercury retrograde, that's pretty much applies to the whole month of December. People will say, well, Mercury's not retrograde till the 19th. Excuse me, honey boo boo child, but I have seen and experienced everything that has to do with Mercury retrograde even before the 19th. So it just intensifies once after the 19th when it actually does go retrograde. But the whole month, even during the shadow period, you need to make sure that you protect your communication devices, that you're sending emails and messages to the right people. Make sure your vehicles are in working order, all that good stuff. So for you guys in particular, Mercury in Capricorn is your 12th house. The 12th house is the house of rest, relaxation, release, retreat, get away from the world. It can mean your dreams as well and escaping from everyday mundane reality. What that means for Aquarius is on the negative side, severe brain fog. I mean, Mercury retrograde already has your thoughts and your brain spinning backwards. The 12th house can be a house of disillusion, confusion, dissolvement as well. So with Mercury's in there, if it dissolves the power of Mercury, which is the power of the mind, you can have a lot of brain fog. That is a given there. Now, Mercury retrograde in the 12th can also bring back a lot of memories of the past. I mean, I'm talking about any time frame in life, bring back memories of the past, which depending upon you, your life, your situation, can be either good or bad. Also, dreams of the past, okay? I would pay attention to your dreams as well with this being your 12th house. You may also receive messages from the other side if that's something that you're open to and believe in. That means the spirit world. That means, maybe loved ones that have passed on coming to you in dreams and delivering important messages to you. So that's Mercury here this whole entire month. On the 8th of the month, good news for you guys, Venus moved into Aquarius. So, Venus rules love and relationships and the enjoyment of life in the physical world, the physical realm. And when Venus moves into your own sign, OMG, let me tell you, Aquarius, this happens once a year, so it's not like a super phenomenon or anything. But for this whole month, you guys will have a lot of advantages in life as far as people looking at you in a positive way, people seeing you as being super attractive, people wanting to talk to you, be close to you. You're just radiating this Venus energy off of you because the first house is the house of the appearance, the self, the body, so you're wearing like this Venusian goddess energy on you, whether you're male or female, and radiating it, and people are attracted to it. It's like bees to honey, and you're the honey. Okay, so Venus in your sign is a great time to make changes to your appearance. Now, with Mercury being retrograde, I would say still be very careful of any changes that have to do with usage of the hands. Excuse me, of the hands, because that's what Mercury rules too. But yeah, you'll just feel like probably going shopping more for yourself. Supposed to be going Christmas and holiday shopping, but you may want to pick up that extra, little something, something so that you look fly, Aquarius. There's nothing wrong with that because this is your time to shine. Now, on the 14th, we have a full moon in the sign of Gemini. A full moon is when the sun and the moon are in opposing signs and they are sending energy back and forth to each other in a conversation that's pretty tense. And they kind of argue things out until they meet a middle ground and a breakthrough occurs. AKA a decision is made in order to let something go, change something, what have you. So this is happening in the sign of Gemini, a fellow air sign to you. So this can be positive for you. Gemini is your fifth house. The fifth house is your children, so a final decision with your children. It could be your own business, creative projects, creative endeavors, or a romantic casual dating relationship. And then on the other end of this full moon is the sun hanging out in the sign of Sagittarius, which is in your 11th house. The 11th house is friendships and groups. It's the Aquarius house because you guys are the 11th sign on the zodiac wheel. So you guys feel very much in your element with this full moon because we have the 11th house here. Then we have a fellow air sign here, Gemini. So these changes could be pretty positive for you, whatever they may bring. It could bring maybe some new networks that you join that help you to build your business and put it out there even more. Maybe you're very creative, Aquarius, and you created something, did some sort of project. Now you want to release it out to the media through social media. And Saturn is here. Saturn is the planet of like grounding and setting a foundation. So it can help you to really solidify whatever it is that you're trying to create at this time. And that's all initiated by the full moon. So on the 20th of the month, we have Mars moving into the sign of Pisces, away from Aquarius. Ooh, what a ride this last month with Mars in your sign, Aquarius. Am I right or am I wrong? Let me tell you. You guys could have been more assertive, more aggressive, or attracting that to yourselves if you're not feeling that, maybe easily agitated. I've seen some Aquarius, even Aquarius moons. It's like Mars's arrow is like poking at your moon, which is your emotional self and your inner mind, and it's agitating and like you're snappy with people. It was a time where things like that could have happened, but also a time where you could have just been taking a lot more action in life towards anything that you want to achieve. And also working out. Hey, working out, getting all buff and stuff. Now, Aquarius, Mars is moving into Pisces, your second house. Excuse me, your second house of how you earn your money, how you earn your income. So that's where your action and drive, which Mars rules, is directed towards this month. So this is a really good time for working very hard to earn money, maybe finding a new job, finding a second job, just really going after what you want with your finances. I would say be mindful because it could do the opposite. It could make you spend a lot more, which, hey, for some of you guys, that is no sweat. Like, you could just go shopping, enjoy yourself, and burn through those credit cards, honey. Burn through that bank account. It could be replenished like that because you're living the life. That is really dope. But for my Aquarians on a budget, Mars here in your second house of how you earn your money can make you want to burn right through all of your money on material possessions. Which second house also rules? You want to gather in, must buy. Ooh, these sales, all these holiday sales. Oh my gosh, So just be very mindful of that. Um, like I said, if you're an Aquarius on a budget. Now on the 20th, the Sun moves from Sagittarius in your 11th house of friends into Capricorn, which is your 12th house of rest, relax, and everything, and meets Mercury there. So now Mercury is retrograde. This is the house of like having a foggy mind that's not clear. The sun coming here, it will dissolve your vitality a little bit. Yes, it will. But also it'll shine a light in this murky 12th house. 12th house, I mean. It'll shed some more light on the things you've been dreaming about and the things you've been thinking about that maybe haven't been so clear. So it'll help bring some clarity, but still your vitality may be dissolved. Whenever people have a transit of the sun in the 12th house, a lot of times that's when they get sick more often. They need to really keep up with their health, keep their immune system up. Their energy levels are low. They may want to sleep more. So just be mindful of that. That's what Cappy season, the Sun in Capricorn season, can do for you guys. Now on the 25th of the month, we have an aspect between Saturn and Sag in your 11th house, and Uranus and Aries, which is your third house of the mind. So 11th house of networking and groups, and the third house of the mind and the media activities you do in the media. So these are both like internet and media houses. So I could see for my Aquarians, normally Aquarians are usually pretty good with stuff like media and networking. So you guys have a really big advantage this month if you're trying to establish something like a website or a radio show. I know one Aquarius rising that's trying to do those exact things, and around the end of the month is an excellent time to establish those. Even though Mercury's retrograde, Mercury in the 12th house can bring a lot of creativity out of you on a positive side, to where you're just like super poetic with how you think and how you speak. So it can help the cause with whatever it is you're trying to bring out to the forefront into social media or what have you. Now also on the 27th, we have Uranus in Aries in your third, opposite Jupiter in Libra in your ninth house. So Jupiter is up here giving you guys a thirst for knowledge, okay? That means some of my Aquarians can really start going after their education. Like maybe some of you guys went back to school. Maybe some of you guys are just learning a lot of things, reading a lot of books. Aquarians are, generally speaking, about your nature, Aquarius. Usually self-starters, do-it-yourself, self-taught type of people. So when Jupiter is in your ninth house, which it will be until October of 2017, excellent time to collect all kinds of information, study all kinds of stuff, and become even more self-taught. Or, if you dig going the traditional route through, some sort of financial institution, educational institution in order to achieve a degree or something, hey, this is the year to do that. So this opposition right here is challenging you, okay, between, the third house is like little bits and pieces of data that you collect and you just kind of regurgitate out and then you move on to the next thing. Up here is the opposite. So there's an opposition there, bringing a challenge, but bringing more knowledge to my Aquarius people. Uranus will actually start moving forward on the 29th too, start going direct, so you can proceed with those plans and move in a forward direction with them. Now on the 29th as well, we have a new moon in the sign of Capricorn in your 12th house. So what this means is a new beginning here. A new beginning. The 12th house is creativity too. It is a divine creativity, like God-given talents. It is also hidden blessings. Okay, so that's the positive side of a new moon there, a new beginning there. Maybe a new way to like let go and release and relax. And also, this is the time of year, like Aquarius season, we've already had Venus and Mars in Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius season, I mean, it doesn't always mean the sun. But to the regular public, Joe Schmoes, who don't really understand that a season of a sign doesn't only mean the sun. Like every other planet travels through the zodiac as well. Um, Sun sign astrology, you know, the sun will be in Aquarius next month in January. But before that, this is a time for you to reflect back on life. Okay, during Cappy season, it's like the end of a cycle, because here you start with first. You start with you, Aquarius. You go all the way around, and last before Aquarius is Capricorn. So before it's your time to shine, even more when the sun is here, you gotta rethink, remember, um, review, reflect, all of that stuff. And so the new moon here, it can be also a time of release. It's a time of new beginnings, but it can be initiated by the release of something old to welcome the new in, okay? Because it's Mama Moon and Papa Sun coming together to birth something. So you could be reborn in a certain way, like with releasing old karma, releasing old ties with people, like karmic ties, spiritual ties, like letting go of the past, like a relationship or something. There's a lot of, release and retreat with this new moon. So lastly, I wanted to tell you guys about on the 31st of December, Mars and Neptune come together in a conjunction with one another. And just generally about the 31st of December, in the West, we celebrate New Year's Eve. And a lot of people, just being completely honest, which in my Aquarians can usually take honesty pretty well, whether it's positive or negative. Mars and Neptune together. See, well, first of all, New Year's Eve, back to New Year's Eve, sorry. People will celebrate it by doing some dumb things sometimes, just being honest. Like, Aquarians can get annoyed with other human beings very easily, so I know you guys understand when I say people act like idiots on New Year's Eve. They go out, they shoot guns in the air, bullets fly around and come right back down and hit people and hurt people. People get drunk, they drive around, they're under the influence of something because they've been partying so much, and they act a fool, they trash things. What else? People hook up with random people and all that stuff. That's the worst that can happen on New Year's Eve in order to celebrate the new year. Now, with Mars being action and Neptune being confusion and dissolvement and, being under the influence and escaping reality through negative influences, negative, substance abuse, things like that. When these two come together, there can be a lot more of that happening on New Year's Eve. So if you live in the West, you celebrate New Year's Eve, what you can do is use your Aquarian energy to rise above the human race and the idiocracy that's going on and trying hard not to participate in any activities, because it'll be easy for people to be reckless, more easy for people to lose control with this conjunction on that evening. So I just want to give a fair warning to everybody. Just be safe on that evening, like for real, because there's a lot of stupidity that can happen with, like I said, people just not being in control of their actions that evening. But on a positive side, with this happening for you guys, in your second, also this happening in your second house, I have to give you another warning, Aquarius, for you guys personally. The second house is money, finance, spending money, all that stuff. It's also material possessions. So be careful of theft and loss of money, like physically losing your money, losing your wallet. That's something you Aquarians will be more prone to around this date as well. So be very careful with everything. I'm a Scorpio rising. We will be like very, very cautious, okay, in life, and think of the worst things that can happen. So I'm just letting you guys know because I care. Be careful of theft. Be careful of drunk driving, recklessness in other people. And you guys are pretty smart people, so I know a lot of my Aquarians will avoid all of that stuff. But if you do decide to celebrate, just keep these things in mind, okay? So that was it, Aquarius, for the month of December 2016. Thank you so much for your patience. Once again, I apologize for the delay in these videos. And don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget next month I will have not only January monthly videos, but I will put together 2017 overview videos for everybody as well. And have a great, blessed month. I will see you guys in January for the beginning of Aquarius season.